By the time I make it home, my heart is in my throat. I try to sneak back inside, but the front door lets out a loud groan. I've never had to sneak into my own place. I didn't realize it would betray me. Quickly, I close the door behind me and take off my shoes. I hear him enter the living room. I avoid his eyes. I don't want him to see my face when I'm not even sure what I'm feeling.
Alsie?
I concentrate on putting my shoes away. To be honest, I'm embarrassed, ashamed. We had a fight so bad I ran away. I don't know how to deal with this. It's freaking me out.
Alsie, please look at me.
I look at him. He's crying.
Alsie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You are?
Yes.
He rushes over and pulls me into a giant hug. I tentatively wrap my arms around him and he shudders against me. He's not crying, he's sobbing.
I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve any of that. I deserve peace. I don't know how you put up with me making it about myself again.
James, hold on. Calm down. Let's talk about this, okay?
I'm such an idiot. You stayed here to support me all this time, and all I did to thank you was yelling. I'm so awful. And now he's putting her in a place where,
yeah,
what's she to say? Like, she can't even express how he hurt her.
Right.
Because he's admitting that he did, but he's also making it all
still
about him.
It's still about him.
Yeah, that she can't even say, oh, you hurt me. Like, this is how it made me feel. This is how I'm reacting to it.
He's just
saying, I'm a terrible person. I'm the worst, blah, blah, blah. And
this is turned into, instead of him comforting her and trying to make things right for her, it's turned back around to her having to comfort him again.
Mm-hmm.
I pull away from him so I can see his face. His eyes are red and swollen. He's been crying for some time now. He looks destroyed, small, like a little kid. You know that wasn't okay, right?
Of course I do. Of course I do. I'm so sorry. You were so right. You always are, you know. In the end, you always are.
James,
Seriously? I should have listened to you. I'm sorry. It's hard for me. But I'm gonna try not to do that again. Not to you. Not to someone as perfect and precious as you. You're the last person who should see something like that.
A silence falls between us as I mull things over. He understands what happened wasn't okay. Even better, he figured it out on his own.
But he made it about himself.
Yeah, he understood and he'll try to do better. That's all I wanted. Besides, what all happened tonight? We got upset at each other because we miscommunicated. That's all. It was a little argument. Everyone fights sometimes. You know, it's funny. I was really upset earlier, but now it kind of seems like it wasn't that big a deal. He smiles.
I'm glad you feel that way. I'll be sure to be more careful from now on.
For the first time tonight, I truly smile at him. Thank you so much, James. I love you.
I love you too. I was so busy fake crying, there's tears in my eyes.
Oh no, Kelsey! Too into it. $35 in. What is this? Oh my gosh! Oh, I don't know. Is this you?
I don't know who's talking.
James, yeah, I think that was you. James picks out the bear I wanted. Aw.
For you, my queen.
I hug it tight to my chest, absolutely giddy. Thank you so much. I've always wanted someone to do something like this for me.
You're worth it.
Oh.
It's kind of like you and Dean going to, even though I don't want to compare your relationship, but like it's a cute thing. It's like Dean taking you to the beach finally. That was cute. Because you're like, I always wanted this. nice, and it makes you so
I always
happy.
wanted to go on beach date. He took me on beach date.
That's so cute. I obviously
so
don't
happy.
want to bring up your stuff, but like the happy moments are cute in this.
Yes.
So
for sure.
you gotta ride the happy.
Oh, yes. Over the past few weeks, James and I have fallen into a bit of a routine. He comes home from work, usually upset. I have dinner ready. He's usually hangry. Then I help him decompress and we watch some TV. It varies
What
a
does
bit
he
day
do
to
for
day.
you?
He goes to work to make the money, I guess. I'll go to the store or I'll do homework, but for the most part, it's the same dull pattern. Wash, rinse, repeat. But not today. Today, that routine will be broken. Are you ready to go? I beam at him, so excited I can practically feel it radiating off me like static off a generator. He stares at me, grim as the deep. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, don't look too happy.
Alsie, you know how I feel about Chelsea.
I do. Thank you for coming with me tonight. He grunts, clearly struggling to suppress a tiny smile. We head out. Well, he's trying. This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
Chelsea is throwing a party, and both of us are going together. It'll be our first time out with my group of friends. I've been excited all week. Chelsea and I are both seniors in college. Once this year is up, she's going to graduate school, and I'm heading into the workforce. She's focusing on medical engineering, and this past year has been brutal for her. We're not partying as much as we used to, but she's been making the effort to throw some last hurrahs to celebrate the fleeting moment. I missed the last one because of James. I'm glad we're actually going this time. Here's to another celebration. Oh, do you want to do Chelsea?
Yeah. Girl, I'm
Okay.
so happy to see you.
She leaps into my arms as soon as I open the door, and we squeal together. James hangs back, rolling his eyes. Eventually, Chelsea pulls away from me and gives a slightly less enthusiastic hug to James. He makes a face at her after she turns back to me.
Help yourself to the drinks, whichever one of you isn't driving. You know how it goes around here. I'll be back. I gotta go handle something, but I'm glad you made it.
Chelsea disappears into what I know to be her bedroom. James and I turn to face the massive throng of people. It's been so long since I made it to a party. This one seems particularly overstuffed. People have already spilled drinks on the floor, and I struggle to step over the sticky patches in my heels. I'm not used to being around this many people anymore. Maybe I've spent too much time indoors. It's overwhelming. James seems equally uneasy. Well, to me at least. He looks cool as a midwinter breeze on the outside, but I know he's panicking. I stick close to him, unsure whether I can throw James in the hot seat. In the end, I decide to follow his lead. Thankfully, James makes an effort after I point out some acquaintances from my German class. The conversation goes smoothly enough. James does well, but they don't seem too interested in him. I'm not exactly close to these people, so I didn't expect anything more. I hope James won't let it get to him. We float from group to group, with me introducing James and trying to maneuver the conversations to be more welcoming to him. It isn't long before I'm exhausted. It's all a bit much. Everyone's nice to James, but in a distant way. I'm starting to get worried. I'm not sure what it is about him that's putting them off. Maybe it's something about how I'm handling myself? Or maybe everyone's already heard about him. Maybe they truly don't like that I'm with him. Maybe it wasn't all in his head. I didn't realize it, but I was hoping James would hit it off with someone and make a friend. Instead, it's almost like he's repelling people away. Or is he? Everyone already knows each other here. Am I overthinking this? Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking this much.
Oh no, she's the one drinking. Oh no!
It's hard to get a grasp on the situation. I can't tell whether I'm thinking clearly. The music is loud and the lights are dim. It's been a while since I came to something like this.
There you are.
Thankfully, in that moment, Chelsea finds me.
How have you been?
I drag her gratefully over to the couch, happy to finally see a face I trust. What did you say?
How have you been? I haven't seen you since you moved in with James. How have you guys... What have you guys been doing? Or maybe don't tell me everything you've been doing.
Chelsea! Oh my god, shut up! She cackles. Anyways, you know, I've been going to class. We just finished the new season of The Werewolfer. Nothing much. not sure what else to say. I'd like to talk to Chelsea about some of the turbulence James and I have been going through, but not here. Not shouting it in a crowded room. I'm not even sure how much I can say about it. Half of it is his own private business dealing with his mental health. But it would be so nice to talk to Chelsea about it.
How's living together been?
Well, the transition's been a little hard. I lick my lips. James is going through a lot right now. I'm trying to be there for him. Chelsea nods sympathetically. A pause stretches out between us. What else can I say? I don't want her to worry. I don't want her to think we've been really struggling. It would be nice to talk to her, but it's nothing we can't handle ourselves. But it's been nice to finally have him here where I can actually touch him. We can cuddle now.
Ah, that is cute, though, after a long-distance relationship.
Oh, yes. I know all about that.
Yeah, you were looking forward to that so much. It makes me sad that, like, this is a sad version of, like, you and Dean. Like,
I know, it's like if things hadn't gone well.
Relationship and not a cute, wholesome,
I know,
wonderful
with the like,
one.
oh, we've been long distance, it's been so hard, now we're finally together, except for me and Dean, we've been like, wow, this is the best!
Which I'm so happy about. Which, again, I don't want to compare the relationship, but I'm like, you guys are what, like, they could have been if James wasn't a self-fulfilling prophecy of sadness and anguish and anger.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, yeah, we're like a role model for how it could have gone down.
Yeah.
But alas, you know,
like, and
it's not always going to be that way.
And that's not to say that I'm sure you guys have struggles that you've had that of moving in together and whatnot that that I don't know about because that's your personal business, and if it's not like something that you're gonna tell me about, but I assume that there's some stuff going on, but it's nothing that like positivity and communication can't get through.
Yeah, we've done quite well.
Yes,
there's like obviously there's gonna be little hiccups or like disagreements from time to time, but for the most part it's been wonderful. I'm very, very happy that we are together.
We gotta break up this like bad this long distance
sad
getting
times,
together with like cute stuff. Because like when I think about optimism. The cuddles, I'm like, wow, that's Ginny and Dean. They get to cuddle.
True.
It's cute.
We do. Bless up.
I've seen it in person. It's very cute.
Lord. Yeah. I take a sip of my cranberry vodka. Is this a weird conversation? Is Chelsea being weird, or is it me? Am I overthinking things? Am I drunk?
Probably.
Wait, focus on someone other than yourself, Alsie. How have you been?
Oh, girl. Wait, what happened since the last time we talked? I told you about that guy in French class, right? The one who brought the GoPro in?
I don't think you did.
Drunk hiccup. Well, get ready for this.
She stops abruptly, looking up. I follow her eyes.
Hey, James. Hey, Chelsea. Things going well for you? Yeah, they're great.
I get the impression Chelsea wants the conversation to end there, but instead, a smiling James sits down next to us.
Dang it, James. Leave them alone. Go make some friends.
Oh, well, I mean, he's putting in an effort, which is good,
but like, she was clearly starting to, like, be excited about something and do girl talk. James, read the room.
Girl talk.
I mean, I don't want to give James the benefit of the doubt right now. That's all.
Fair. I'm trying to say, like, tell myself, like, he apologized and he's been trying to do better, and this is a good effort that he's coming out with her friends because she really wanted that, so,
hey, I'd like to get to know you better. I know we didn't see eye to eye in high school, but you're Alsie's best friend. It's important to me that we get along.
I beam. He's really trying for me. It means a lot.
Sure.
Chelsea's uneasy at first, but the conversation flows to a book the university highly suggested we read for the year. It was absolute trash. They seem to be hitting it off relatively well, and I'm not about to get in the way of them finally bonding. I take a back seat to the conversation, writing it out until the end of the party. James drives us home since he wasn't drinking. I'm exhausted. All I want to do is get home and crawl into bed. Maybe I'm too old for parties.
You're being awfully quiet.
I snap out of my thoughts. Oh, yeah, sorry.
How do you think it went?
It went all right. I'm pretty tired now.
You didn't look like you were having too much fun.
No, I was. I mean, I don't know. Things felt a little weird this time around. I'm not keeping up with Chelsea. We haven't been able to talk recently. I feel bad. James takes a deep breath like he's preparing himself for something.
Listen, I genuinely think she doesn't like me.
Oh, great. This again.
I mean, you saw me. I tried to get to know her. I really tried to get along with her, but she's weird around me. I don't know what I did.
She did seem a little uneasy. But was that because of James or because of something else? I can't remember. It's all a bit hazy. She certainly wasn't as warm to him as she is to me. But why would she be? She doesn't know him all that well yet. Surely she doesn't have some kind of grudge against him from all the way back in high school. I mean, they didn't really get along back then. He kind of infuriated her. But that's all in the past now.
No, it's not.
She likes it.
No. As someone who has had people she knows from high school, I still am like, are you the same person from high school? I can't give you the benefit of the doubt necessarily yet until I get to know you better. And I'm still
Right,
like skeptical eyebrow at you. And it's not to say that like you can't believe people can change, but like
Right.
my mom actually works, one of her coworkers is actually someone I was in high school with and who was in my my band section. She's your age, so a little bit younger, but, you know, still an adult. And when she was telling me, oh, yeah, she blah, 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 did this so-and-so thing, and I was like, I could have told you that. You know? And not to say that, obviously, people can change, and, like, who I was in high school makes me cringe a little bit.
Right, fair,
but
same.
There's still, like, that kind of, like, aspect of knowing someone when they were younger, and then kind of seeing those traits shine through, or looking for those traits where I'm like, yeah, or like you can be pleasantly surprised too, right, or pleasantly disappointed.
Oh, pleasantly disappointed.
Excuse me, but I think if Chelsea does like have some reservations about him from high school, she's totally valid to do that, you know.
Yeah. To need to, like, kind of have him prove himself first.
Yeah.
Before she's,
convinced.
She likes him.
Yeah.
She's always supported our relationship, hasn't she?
I know this is going to sound weird, but hear me out. I think she's mad I'm taking up all your time right now. That makes sense. You've truly been there for me. You're an amazing girlfriend, and now she's just gonna want to stay with you. Why are you doing that?
Is that it? It would make sense if it was. I did feel something strange when I was talking to her, like she was mad I wasn't keeping up with her.
Worried she thinks I'm forcing you to stay around me and not see your friends. I'm worried she thinks I'm being bad to you.
Well, if she does think that, she's wrong. I'm the one making the decision to show up for you. You're not forcing me to do anything.
Yeah, I wish she knew that. She can probably see through this. It's hard for me to feel good about her when things are like this. I'm worried she's gonna try and convince you that I'm being bad to you.
I'm sorry. If she does do something like that, I'll try to explain the situation to her. It makes sense she'd get confused, but that's not what's happening. I'm doing this because I love you, not because you're making me.
Yeah, she's your friend and I'm important to you. I'm sure she'll understand. Thanks for hearing me out. I know it's a little weird when your boyfriend and your best friend don't get along.
You're both important to me. It seems like it's just miscommunication. I'll figure it out. Later, after I wash my face and crawl into bed, I text Chelsea. I apologize for the distance between us and explain it's something I'm choosing to do. I stopped just short of asking her not to blame James. If she isn't blaming him and we're overthinking this, I don't want to give her any ideas.
Girl, don't sweat it. I get it. I'll be here when you're ready.
That's all she says. It makes me uneasy. Who do you like? Is that him? Can I look? Oh, is that?
Oh, yeah, that's Chelsea. Oh, yeah, you can tell from the hair. Okay.
Okay. God, no, don't be so obvious.
Shh, girl, he didn't see me. James, huh?
She grins.
Go get him.
I'm having a bit of a bad day. When I woke up, James was already in a tiff. I messed up the timing for his breakfast, and he was nearly late for work. Class was long and exhausting. I don't feel like I'm picking up the material like I should be. Chelsea's been on my mind, too. I haven't spoken to her since the party. I'm letting everyone down, but I'm not sure how to start setting things right. As soon as I get home from school, I collapse on my bed. I don't get back up. I'm awoken by the sound of the door opening and a bag being thrown to the floor. I bolt upright. He sounds angry. What happened this time? I stumble out of bed, still bleary-eyed from my impromptu nap. James is standing in the kitchen, chest heaving with his efforts to calm himself. What's wrong, honey? What happened today? He stretches his hand out in front of him, as if trying to measure something.
All I wanted was today was to come home and have a nice, relaxing dinner with you.
Okay, let's do that.
How can we when there isn't any food?
Huh? We have food. I went grocery shopping a couple days ago.
Oh, good. We have food, but no dinner. How long do you expect me to wait?
For dinner?
Yes. Should have been ready by now, or almost ready, but you haven't even started it. Why isn't it ready?
My eyes nearly jump out of my head.
Are you serious right now is what I'm leading to?
It's tempting. It's tempting, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we say that, things are going to escalate for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But it's what I'm feeling. What do you feel?
I mean, it's I think it's what I would do. Like, if we're being honest, I would definitely be like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know if it's... So are we role-playing here? Or are we trying to make the right...
I'm leaning towards are you serious right now? Because that's how I feel with this whole dialogue. Yeah. That's how I would feel in the situation. That's how I feel about James.
That's how I would feel, too. Okay, so we'll do it. We'll bite the bullet. Here we go.
Let's escalate.
James, this isn't the 1950s. I had a bad day, so dinner isn't ready. I can make it now.
You had a bad day? You had a bad day?
This isn't Pain Olympics.
I didn't realize it was so hard to have someone else pay your bills while you go to school. School's hard. Shut up, James.
Yeah, it is.
Like, especially if you're, like, a full-time student and you're dealing with, like, being the emotional crutch for your boyfriend,
Yeah.
And he moved in with you, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this awful town in a job where people hate my guts, under pressure not to lose it so you can finish school, but you had a hard day, sure.
James, you're being mean.
I'm being mean?
He scoffs as if unable to comprehend me. Yes! You can't expect me to have dinner ready for you when you come home every single day.
Really? I can't, because that was part of the plan. I'd move up here, I'd work while you were going to school, and you'd take care of the house. That was the plan. We were going to work together. I guess I'm not the only one holding up my end of the bargain. Or I guess I'm the only one holding up the end of the bargain. Sorry.
This isn't... No, you're...
Yeah.
I got you. That isn't fair. I only offered to do that because I felt guilty. We didn't agree to anything. It's not like there's a contract somewhere saying I have to be your maid.
I guess the plans don't matter unless they're written in black ink. Sorry, I didn't realize I had to enter into a legal agreement when we decided on something as a couple.
You know what? I try to say something. I don't know what. 12 sentences pop into my head and try to spring from my mouth at once. I end up spluttering like a fool. Whatever! You're being unreasonable, James. It was just one day! He lets out a sharp peal of laughter.
There it is. There it is. I knew it was coming. unreasonable. Thank you for telling me exactly how you see me. I knew you were thinking it. I'm always being unreasonable, aren't I? I'm always having my moods, aren't I?
No, James, that isn't what I meant.
Sure, it's not what you meant. It's only what you said. You think I don't notice the faces you make when I talk about work? You think I don't notice how you try to brush over my incorrect feelings about Chelsea? You pretend none of this is happening. I have a hard time, and you think it's always the depression talking. My feelings aren't reasonable to you, or aren't, sorry. I'm like mixing up like the different sentences in the, my feelings aren't real to you. You always think I'm being unreasonable.
No, I don't. Where are you getting this from?
I can hear the tone in your voice when you talk about these things. You think I don't notice, but I hear it. You don't care about what I'm going through.
I do care. You can't tell me what I think. I know how I feel and you're wrong. You're jumping to conclusions again. He rolls his eyes, a grin on his face.
Again. There it is.
No, My head is spinning. He's wrong. I don't treat him that way. I don't think I do. I always try to be supportive. I try to watch my tone. Have I been doing this wrong the whole time? Maybe I don't understand everything you're going through, James, but I'm trying my best here.
Like you're trying your best with keeping up with the house? Yeah, you must care so much.
That's not...
No, listen, really, I want an answer here. How am I supposed to feel like you love me when this is what happens? What did... I have words that I don't want on YouTube to censor, but... You always act like I'm overreacting. You always treat me like my feelings aren't real. How am I supposed to feel like you love me? Seriously, I'm asking.
I'm not trying to make you feel like I don't care about you.
That's too bad, because that's what's happening. You might not be trying to, but that doesn't matter when that's what happens. You know what? This is ridiculous.
Probably. I mean, that's... Yeah, I think... You know what?
Call him out. Call him out. Ridiculous, huh? I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
Well, you are being ridiculous. You're acting like I'm your enemy or something. He recoils as if I struck him.
I'm doing what?
We're supposed to be on the same side. We're a team. Why are you doing this?
Alsie, when did I say something that even remotely implied that we're not on the same side?
You said I don't care about you. You said I just tolerate you, basically. He stares at me in disbelief.
I would never say something like that. Oh,
what? What? His tone is so abrupt, so serious. I'm suddenly unsure whether he did. No, you did. I thought you did.
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
But...
Might have felt like I said something like that, but I would never let something like that pass from my lips. I don't appreciate you putting words into my mouth.
But I remember...
Do you? What exactly did I say?
I closed my eyes, struggling to stop the words from spinning together. What did he say? He said something like that. I swear he did. Why can't I remember? It literally just happened. It was in response to when I said... I don't remember, but...
Well, I do.
But
what? Now you're going to try and punish me for something I never said? Something you only think I said?
I close my eyes. The room won't stop spinning. The words won't stop. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I just want this conversation to end so I can get my head on straight. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. This isn't the time. Both had a bad day, and we're only making things worse. I'm sorry. I do care about you. I'll start dinner, okay? Go relax. He rolls his eyes, but a tiny smile appears on his face. He heads into the bedroom. I head into the kitchen. Oh, now that was gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I don't
can't
know.
believe they would do something like that.
That's seriously messed up.
I've been so ashamed. I've never told anybody this. Thank you for believing me.
Of course, but... Can I punch them?